What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Let's get straight into this, so we can make some people upset real quick. Um, as we know, this is the day that's known around the world as Thanksgiving. Um, you switch it around, you get given thanks, but the question always has to be, what is it exactly that who's giving thanks, and what exactly is it that they or we are giving thanks for, and giving thanks to who? Um, Many who have tried to remix the meaning of this day. And when I say remix, I mean that it only takes 2 3 minutes of study to learn quickly the history of this day, what it really meant, what it really represented, and what it really was. The massacre of Native American people, the massacre of indigenous people um, who inhabited this land long before those pilgrims came over from Europe and committed the genocide that they committed, all in the name of peace and love and all this good stuff. It only takes a minute to find out that truth. Now, over the centuries, over time, there have been those who want to continue in these traditions that have attempted to change the narrative and make it seem like it was this loving, peaceful celebration. Yeah, it may have started out that way on one end. People who were compassionate and people who were generous and kind and caring that saw another group of people that were in a bad way, that were in a messed up condition, and extended the hand of love and fellowship to help those people get back on feet. But just like it is all the way into the modern time, where you may have a friend or a family or a total stranger that you invite into your world, into your home, and you extend the hand of help, and they turn around and stab you in the back, turn around and slit your throat. That was the case with those pilgrims who destroyed the Native Americans, and even to this day, the Native Americans are still have not recovered from those acts. Just as black people who were kidnapped and brought to these shores on slave ships, the Europeans, I mean the so-called Americans who came from Europe, they still benefit from those actions. So now, in an attempt, in a constant attempt to not ever be held accountable for what they did, they got to switch it up. They got to change it up and make it seem like it was such a uh, mutual, peaceful, loving arrangement that we now can look at and commemorate as, wow, this wonderful day. Nah, we got to teach history better than that. We got to teach the true history, and we have to have the mindset that we don't care who like it or not. I don't care if you get mad. Nobody care if you get mad. You get mad at the truth, then most people who get mad at the truth are those who the truth condemn. So when you see them getting upset and want to change that around, then you know why. You understand why. So here we have people just reaching out, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving. It's like, if you are in ignorance, you don't understand, and you haven't learned what the true meaning of this day is, then okay, maybe you will say Happy Thanksgiving, but um, it'd be kind of weird for you to know, which is usually the case as it relates to Thanksgiving, as it relates to Christmas, as it relates to the 4th of July, as it relates to all of the demonic um, connections that are associated with Halloween. It makes it real weird and head scratching to see people who do know still go out of their way to um, celebrate and worship those days, the so-called holiness of those days. Um, I've never been a person who will disrespect the congregating of family. Cool, yeah, we all do it, but it's just always, I don't want to use the word comical, But it's comical on one end because when you have the guilty who are trying to justify what happened, but it's sad on the other end when you have those who know the truth and they still participate in the lie. So you will never get that from me. You will never get that out of me, and I will always be a person who will, whether it's just person to person, verbally having a conversation, or through my music, I'm gonna always be a person who goes against that, speaks against that, raps against that, dreams against that, talks against that, walks against that. That's just how it's gonna be, because the damage that has been done to the original people on the planet, I won't say it's irreparable, but boy, it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot, and I'm not talking about just money, because when you talk about trauma, when you talk about PTSD and things of that nature, things that affect the mental, money is not something that will cure that, will solve that problem. It takes a lot. And when you're talking about not years and decades of that kind of trauma, we're talking about centuries of that kind of trauma that has been passed down genetically, genetically to the current people. That's hard to fix. So we can't give that a pass. The more we continue to feed this lie, that's Thanksgiving, this lie that's 4th of July, the more we continue to feed that, then the longer we push and perpetuate and set back the repair. So I can't tell you what to do, but I can just tell you what it will do, the damage that it will do, and the damage that it has done. So, hey man, if you're gonna go somewhere and eat, go somewhere and eat. But stop building and adding on to this BS, because with all of the technology that we celebrate, with all of the advancements that we celebrate, and all of the claims of being so mentally and physically uh, beyond what was hundreds and thousands of years ago, we still revert right back to that ignorant, primitive way of thinking as it relates to the most blatant and clear, open lies that have ever been told. Make it make sense. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I will catch y'all later on with another one. Peace.